Hey everybody, we are finally reviewing the 2018 Samsung Q9FN TV, one of the most anticipated televisions of this year and the subject of quite a bit of skepticism. I've said some pretty bold things about this TV in the past, like best LCD TV ever, setting a new standard, closest thing to OLED I've ever seen before, and a lot of you are like, no, don't believe you. Well, now that reviews are starting to come out on the internet, you see that the hype is very real. This is a serious advance in LCD TV technology, and the TV looks amazing. Let me count the waves. Now, if you haven't already, go check out our unboxing video for this TV. It's got a lot of great stuff in it about the design elements of the television, as well as the setup process, which Samsung cleverly made very simple this year. This video, though, is going to focus on the picture quality elements, what's improved over last year, just how great it is, and whether it should be the next TV for your living room. I think you're going to be surprised by what I have to say. Before we dive into picture quality, we should talk about the aesthetics of this TV, because I feel like now, more than ever, people are complaining about the stands that come with TVs, even though they continue to be revisions of prior designs. Here, Samsung continues an industrial theme. The stand is tubular metal. A lot of folks in our office don't care for it. I'm not one of them. I dig it. Home decor right now is trending toward a blend of raw materials and textiles, and I think this suits that approach. Regardless, many are going to want to mount this on the wall anyway, and to that end, the Q9FN supports Samsung's $150 no-gap wall mount along with any other standard wall mount. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder though, so I'll let you decide. But frankly, I would never pass up a TV this good because of its stand, unless you want to put a soundbar in front of it, in which case you might have a problem. Also, we should address the price. It's a premium TV with a premium price, so you'll be paying about $3,800 for the 65-inch, and I'm afraid there's no 55-inch option for this series. That puts it in line with LG's OLEDs in terms of price for a 65-inch, but with fewer size options and therefore fewer price options. Okay, no more waiting. About that picture quality. Samsung went with full array local dimming for its flagship TV this year, which it should have used last year, but I digress. Anyway, I'm excited it's here now, and it pays off in a huge way. Peak luminance is clocking in at over 2,000 nits with a 10% window pattern, and that's going to give you excellent HDR highlights, never mind the fact that it makes for brilliant SDR picture as well. And combined with Samsung's new anti-reflective glass treatment and some other tweaks to the panel structure, blacks have never looked so good on an LCD TV. That's due in no small part to the fact that blooming is barely perceptible in a dark room, and it's a total non-issue in a room with any ambient light at all. Halos around bright objects on dark backgrounds have been mitigated to a point that I really don't think it can get any better without going to an emissive display like OLED, micro LED, or even emissive quantum dots. Then again, I thought LCD TVs had been taken to their peak performance already, and this TV proves I was wrong about that, so who knows. This controlled light output is, again, part full array local dimming with lots of zones, along with the new panel structure. How many zones? Samsung told me it's in the 500 neighborhood, but honestly, I couldn't stop staring at the gorgeous picture long enough to count. Can we just say it's a lot, because it is a lot. And regardless, I'm seeing cleaner lines here than I've seen on any LCD TV in the past, and that includes Sony's Z9D series. I think Samsung deserves a little credit here, maybe a little round of applause, and no golf clapping either. As for motion, there's a little funkiness going on, but it's nothing you can't take care of with a few tweaks to the picture settings. Out of the box, in the movie picture preset, the sharpness is unnecessarily high, and the motion smoothing software is, as usual, way too heavy, so you get that soap opera effect and some sparkling artifacts with panning scenes. I always turn motion smoothing off, but I did get a nice blend of motion smoothing without too much artificial look or sparkles by going with the custom motion setting, 7 on the D-blur, and down to 2 on the D-jutter. Point is, if you don't like the way it looks when watching sports and you want to keep a natural look for movies, then take a little time to play around with the settings here until you get the combo you feel comfortable with. It's worth the effort. Otherwise, I didn't do too much to the out-of-box movie preset settings, save bumping up the backlight a bit for a little extra zest when the room lights are on. And the color. Oh, the color. It's fantastic with this TV. There are shades here I've never seen on a TV before. It's striking. Some of the 4K content on YouTube is just so engrossing, you can watch a documentary about a lizard with no sound on at all, and you'll be completely enthralled. And while we're on the subject of sound, the TV's onboard sound isn't bad at all. A soundbar will give you much more clarity and punch, and honestly, a TV of this caliber deserves at least that. Samsung's own Dolby Atmos soundbar would be a great choice for what it's worth, but a full-blown surround system with a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray player will complete a knockout home theater setup all of your friends will be envious of. We're going to show you a direct comparison between this year's Q9 and last year's in a separate video, but for now I'll say this is a huge leap forward for Samsung in picture quality and the best LCD TV I've ever seen, bar none. Others do motion a little bit better, but Samsung's intense backlighting power and control deliver beautifully rendered HDR highlights with deep blacks and massive color volume for a picture that is only rivaled by OLED. I should mention too that the user experience on this TV, for me, is the best out there. I really enjoy the smart TV interface. It's light years beyond Android TV, and every bit as fun to use as WebOS from LG. Google Assistant notwithstanding, of course. I like the apps. I love the automatic source detection and labeling. The One Connect box and the One cable is genius, especially since it delivers power to the TV now, and I think this is one of the best TVs you'll find for gaming too. Top to bottom, it's an outstanding TV. Will it be the best TV of the year? Well, I have more to test, but no matter what, the Samsung Q9FN is the TV to beat this year and the most impressive advancement of TV tech we've seen in years.